5 years ago, the Project on Predatory Student Lending opened a new front in the fight against predatory for-profit colleges and the harm they cause to students and communities.
We aim to use litigation to bring a new kind of pressure on industry and the government.
We had an audacious goal: to make it legally and financially impossible for these predatory companies to continue to cheat students, and in so doing to undo some of the harm that the for-profit college industry has caused to the people and communities that it targets.
When I first got involved with the predatory college issue, we didn't have a powerful litigation component. Now, the Project on Predatory Student Lending is a big reason scam for-profit colleges and corrupt government agencies are held accountable in court.
Think about the difference that you've made in just 5 years. The project has demonstrated the power of the law and the power of an idea that Toby, Merrill, and Eileen Connor had because the need was so great.
This is how change happens for people all across our country, one fight at a time. And you know our fight for borrowers is far from over.
From the start, our work has been guided by our clients, the people who have been hurt by predatory schools. They are by far their own best advocates, and our job is to make sure that nobody ignores their voices, not their schools, not their representatives in government, and not the courts.
My degree is from a school exposed for its deceitful acts and corruption, so much so it was banned from operating in my home state and forced to close their doors. Although I have a bachelor's degree, it is tainted by the deceitful and predatory acts of the school, which our government allowed to do. I did not even know what predatory lending was back then when I signed my financial future away.
I believe that the work that is being done by the Harvard Project on Predatory Student Lending has helped bring light to a very dark corner of our education system. And I do believe that the work that you are doing will help to regulate this industry going forward.
We believe that we could bring about significant change in just 5 years.
The project's brilliant team has fought for good regulations and against bad ones. You've won real victories for students victimized by predatory recruiting entitled to debt relief. You've sued some awful colleges and helped expose reprehensible behavior. Your team members have been critical strategists for the coalition taking on predatory schools.
I'm thinking about our VARA case where the judge ordered the department to cancel the loans of 7,200 former Corinthian college students in Massachusetts alone. Now, that was the first time that a federal court had ever ordered a borrower defense discharge of federal student loans.
You took on Betsy DeVos and Corinthian colleges, and you won. Woohoo! I couldn't be happier and more grateful.
Your bold goals. Your proposal referred to striking a lethal blow to the corporations that exploit people. Those bold goals have led to equally bold successes.
By my count, between borrower defense and the ITT bankruptcy, you've already gotten rid of over $2 billion worth of predatory debt. And you could be on the verge of hundreds of billions of dollars, or maybe even $1 trillion very soon. Some personal highlights of mine for what you have done is getting Betsy DeVos held in contempt, which was a huge moral victory. But I think my favorite thing was the way that you were able to flip the script in the ITT bankruptcy in terms of who owes what to whom, and get the courts to acknowledge that it was ITT who owed the students and the Department of Education who owes the students, and not the other way around.
I think it is one of the more uniquely successful institutions, not only for holding accountable bad actors, be they for-profit colleges or the former Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, but also to be able to create such a real and meaningful difference in the lives of these borrowers, letting their voices be heard, making their voices a part of the legal proceedings and the testimonials that they have compiled in some of these lawsuits, the precedents that I am sure that they set every day as they do their work and litigate all of these cases, rack up all of these victories, vacate bad rules, and do, the tireless, nitty-gritty technical analysis that is needed to win. And they do win quite a lot.
We build on the work of visionary advocates who for years have been identifying the struggles of people like our clients. And we're also fortunate to work with fearless and tireless partners.
So I am so glad to have this chance to work alongside each and every one of you to make this happen. You are all powerfully important allies in this fight, and we truly could not be doing this without you.
You've been an amazing partner to my office. Today and together, we continue to fight for students all across this country.
Whenever somebody asks me for my bio, one of the things I'm always the most proud of is telling them that I am on the advisory board of the Project on Predatory Student Lending at Harvard Law School, and that is because there are so many incredible things that this organization does, and I'm just so happy even to be affiliated with it.
Our team is made up of fierce and dedicated advocates. Their commitment to our clients is unwavering.
From day one, I have been in awe of all that the team brings to its work. Fierce intelligence, creativity, humanity, and an unrelenting commitment not just to win legal victories, but to give voice to your client communities and partner organizations.
And I've worked with a team of people who believe and defend the rights of students who have undergone predatory loans. This dedicated team is priceless. They work hard to do what is right and announce what is wrong. This team has justified my case and we won. Now others are coming up the road to reach the doors of justice. They deserve the chance to open that door.
When the attorneys at HERA first reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to speak with the Harvard Project on Predatory Student Lending, I have to admit I was really nervous. As you know, there can be a lot of shame and fear associated with being a victim of education fraud, and I just wasn't sure if I was ready to put myself out there in such a big way. In the time that has passed, I have found the staff and the attorneys at the project to be extremely compassionate, and you all have helped give me the courage and the confidence to go out there and speak up about this issue whenever I have the chance.
5 years later, we've seen real changes. We've canceled $2 billion of student loan debt for our clients, and we've built a base of broad and bipartisan support for the idea that borrowers have rights and that they shouldn't be burdened with debts that aren't valid.
It is hard to overestimate the impact that you are having on real people's lives. Your reach is touching millions of people, most of whom that you are never going to meet, but I hope that you feel it.
To be able to look back on their legacy, which will continue to extend far into the future, I'm sure, and see this tangible relief that they have been able to provide people who, through no fault of their own, tried to better their life, tried to listen to the promise that we make about education in this country, which is that if you pursue it, you will achieve a better life, you will reach a better income. And to be so terribly let down by our system and by the institutions that they attended, to be able to repair that even in some small way is such an important, wonderful thing.
Without the project, countless of our most vulnerable community members would have been at even more risk of housing and food insecurity, and shame and despair. Rarely in legal services and public interest work can one use the words millions and billions to describe the number of people helped in the amount of debt relief obtained. But you have done just that and so much more.
Why does this project mean so much to me? It's simple. It's having my life back, no stress, and a promising future.
I am so glad for this group of individuals who have worked countless hours to help me and hundreds like me, and for all the lawyers that I have worked with since 2013, as well as the class action lawsuits that they have worked on, as it has made it impossible for predatory colleges to prey on anyone else.
We're so proud to work side by side with these students, and we are so proud, I'm so proud to be working with all of you on their behalf.
I want to congratulate everyone at the Project on Predatory Student Lending for everything that you've accomplished in the last 5 years and everything that you're about to accomplish in the very near future.
Congratulations, PPSL. How wonderful to celebrate this milestone with you.
And I am so excited always to be even remotely affiliated with this amazing institution. But I am also, more importantly, so proud of my friends and colleagues who do this work all of the time.
I want to congratulate everyone at the Project on Predatory Student Lending on this, your 5-year anniversary. And I want to thank you for all that you've done and for what I know you're going to continue to do.
I just can't say this enough. Thank you for your tremendous work on behalf of student borrowers.
Thank you. Legal Services Center of Harvard Law School, Project on Predatory Student Lending. Long name, long record of achievements. You've made a huge difference, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish next.
So a big, big, big thank you from me, a big sincere thank you. You all, I am your biggest fans and I'll never stop being so, but it's nice to have an opportunity to say so here on camera.
I'm so glad to have been able to be a part of the work that the Harvard Project on Predatory Student Lending is doing, and I wouldn't hesitate for a second to do it all over again, ugly cries and all, and you have my genuine and heartfelt thanks.
You're absolute champions, you're our heroes. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
So, thank you for staying in the fight. This is a righteous fight, and we're going to win it.
Of course, our work isn't done, but our path forward is clear, and we need only look back to see how much progress we've made and how much closer we are to winning than anyone believed possible.
So thank you to our team, our clients, and our partners for everything that you do.